there are networking events all over the world, particularly in crypto, but every industry has these. And so there are crypto events, dozens of them. There are bigger ones and smaller ones. They all have the main event that has areas to meet people, meet other projects, potentially meet investors. But in crypto, at least, and I think this is true for everything, there's also side events that investment houses put on or projects put on, hoping to attract investors. And it's fun. There's music. There's drinks and food, and basically a place where it's intended for people to network. And so you can go to those kind of places and just talk. Everybody's interested. You kind of got interested with a caveat, right? They're all interested in finding ways to promote or improve their project, and sometimes that includes finding partners, and sometimes that includes finding investors, and they are both in the same place. And so you're going around kind of meeting people and talking to them and hearing what they're doing, trying to understand if there's any connections. Mm-hmm. Sometimes there isn't, and also telling people about what you're doing. And it's very, very friendly. Everybody's kind of in a good place because you're in a safe place to do that sort of thing. Everybody's expecting the same thing. And so that's really what it is. But you cannot go in there with an abstract version. Everybody wants to meet as many people as they can in these events. And they don't want to wait for you to go through your 5 pages of text to understand what you're doing. This is where that one-liner is super important. That's a hook. You got 1 or 2 sentences to bring somebody in and say, okay, so that they can say, okay, this is relevant to me, or I'm interested in investing in. You need to get it. It's critical that you have a good hook that makes people interested in things. I'm solving this. We're fixing that. We're providing this, whatever it is. And as I said, everybody's there and happy to talk about their stuff and try to find connections. That's what networking is literally finding connections, and everybody's there to do the same thing. The other thing is crypto is a little bit different than other industries. So other industries are like, what's your LinkedIn? In crypto, it's scan my Telegram. And almost everybody does the same thing. Is you scan the Telegram QR code, you take a picture of the two of you together, a little blurb there, and then that's how you've recorded it. And then you kind of have to capture it that way because everybody's doing it the same way. And then if you want to organize your connections, you kind of go back and do that at night or something like that. But that's
or have somebody help you with that.
Yeah, right. Or have somebody help you. Yep. Yeah. And then the last thing, 2 more things on this. Scammers go to these events also. And, there's not a lot you can do. Like you turn around, you kind of talking to the person, and then after a while, you realize that's not really a VC, or that's not really a project, or that, like there are people there. It's not just on Telegram or Discord where the scammers are. They're there in person. And it's, you don't want to be rude. You don't want to say you're a scammer or walk away, but you can definitely do your best at seeing that, the person's not a serious person, and be nice and walk away, but they are there without a doubt. And then the last thing, which is kind of a fun observation to me, is like there's 3 kind of it was mentioned that there's 3 kind of people who show up to these things. So one is there's t-shirt and jeans kind of person, and the t-shirt is always the project, always, and they're dressed down, but they're not dressed bad. They're just dressed down. And then there are the suits. There's suits there. And then there are the bros. And it's very funny. And the bros come out at the parties. So often during the day, there's these events that are for networking. And then at night, there's parties. And usually the party can happen in the same place where the networking event was. And so you'll see this influx of people that, they are dressed in rapper clothes and have a lot of bling on them, and like this different personality walks in all of a sudden. It's very interesting to look at. you.